when determining the level of risk of a biological agent, the Commission relies on scientific advice and knowledge. So in this case, the Commission relied on the scientific expertise of an expert group composed of experts in the area nominated by the member states. So it is not the Commission itself which conducts this scientific evaluation. And considering the latest available data on SARS-CoV, experts from all member states, as well as the World Health Organization and the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control, unanimously recommended a classification in Group 3. Social partners were also closely involved in this process through the tripartite advisory committee on health and safety at work. And just to add that several member states, as well as EFTA states and other third countries, have already started taking measures regarding classification of SARS-CoV in risk group 3. And at this stage, no member state has classified it as group 4.
Thank you, Marta. I only see one hand raised for the moment, so we go to you, Francesco. Press the speak button.
Yes. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, just very quickly, because on a follow-up on this, seems a bit counterintuitive, because the definition of group 3 biological agent is that it may present a risk of spreading to the community, as opposed to agent group 4, which is a high risk. So this is not a high risk, according to your assessment and classification. But even more interesting, according to the directive, those agents that are classified as group 3, in the group 3, are agents for which there is usually effective prophylaxis or treatment available, which doesn't seem to be the case for the new coronavirus. So how did your experts reach the conclusions that that is group 3, if this implies that there should be an available treatment, which is obviously not there? Thanks.
Well, remember that they are experts appointed by the member states, not our experts, but I let Marta answer this.
Yes, indeed. So the experts basically look at the criteria which are defined in the Article 2 of the directive. And so when determining indeed the relevant risk group to classify a new virus, so all of those criteria are considered by the experts, and none of the criteria has more weight than others. It is a general assessment of all those criteria together, which determines the classification. So the existence or absence of prophylaxis cannot be considered as a standalone criteria in this case. Moreover, the classification of other viruses, which are already included in this annex of the directive, particularly those who belong to the same family, are also considered by the experts. And today, a number of viruses which are very similar in their characteristics to the COVID virus, like the MERS, are categorized in group 3. So again, on the basis of all the latest scientific evidence available, taking into account the characteristics of the coronavirus and looking at the other viruses and their classification, the experts considered that it is appropriate to classify coronavirus, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, as an agent that should be in group 3.
Thank you, Marta. So it's not simply because you take one of the criteria belonging to group 4 that automatically you are in group 4. You have to look at the balance, the overall balance of the criteria being taken into account, as Marta has just explained. So do we have other questions on this issue? I see 2 hands raised. Anne-Laure, est-ce que c'est sur ce sujet?
Non, c'est pas sur ce sujet, c'est sur le sujet des migrants.
Alors, un petit instant. Francesco, is it on this issue?
Sorry, a very short follow-up, technical one. This is, I assume, a delegated act that is immediately applicable, right? And then the Parliament and the Council may block it if they decide so, but at the moment, this decision means it is immediately applicable, correct?
Marta, I'm not quite sure.
Yes. Yes, I can confirm it's a decision which was taken today by the Commission, and the directive will now be transmitted to the European Parliament and the Council, who have 1 month to examine this.
Okay, thank you. So, closes this chapter, et nous passons maintenant à Anne-Laure et une question sur les migrants.